Hello shooters, my name is James Soule. On today's show we're going to Piru, California for the 2012 Briley West Coast Steel Championships. We've asked Molly Smith to guide us through the match, so let's go out to sunny California to the Wes Thompson Range just north of Los Angeles, where competitors from around the world will gather to hear the sound of lead striking steel. Thanks to Mike Dalton and Jim O'Young.
Hey guys, welcome to American Trigger Sports Network TV. Today we're going to be looking at some serious fast-paced steel action. That means rifles, that means pistols, and a ton of steel plates. I'm here with Jim O'Young now, the match director of this fine match. How are you doing today?
Well, we're kind of stressed out, but everything's come together after a long year of a lot of hard work. With the Steel Challenge moving to Florida, USPSA Biden Steel Challenge moving to Florida, there was a need for us to continue the tradition of steel shooting in California. So Mike Dalton, the founder of the original Steel Challenge, and I last year came up with the West Coast Steel Championship to offer shooters on the West Coast, which is a huge market, the ability to continue the sport and have it here at the venue, this historic venue, the Mike Thompson Shooting Facility in Piru, California.
This is how today's match works. Each shooter shoots 5 strings on each of the 8 stages. Of those 5 strings, your top 4 strings are the only ones that count. You get rid of your worst one, which is really great for a lot of shooters. And with those 4 scores, they're combined, and that becomes your overall score. You add that to the rest of your 8 scores, and that's how you get your total. This is a speed match, so you're definitely competing for who can shoot the stages the fastest. On these stages, there's always a stop plate. That means you have to engage and hit every one of the other targets before you shoot the stop plate. When you shoot the stop plate, then your time's over, so you get that score. And if you miss a target, that's another 3 to 5 seconds added on your score. Each stage has a sign right in front of it. For example, this stage is accelerator. It also has the record set and which year the record was set in, as well as the overall time on all 4 strings and the average of those 4 strings. Now, this is a match that has spawned from somewhere else. Can you tell me about how this came to be?
Well, this came to be was from the Steel Challenge. The Steel Challenge is the World Speed Shooting Championships. It was founded in 1981 by Mike Dalton and Mike Fishman. And about 5 years ago, United States Practical Shooting Association bought the match and had run it here in California. And this year in 2012, it has been moved to Florida. So California is a huge market both for the industry and for the shooters. So Mike Dalton, the founder of the Steel Challenge, and I partnered up last year to have a match as a warm-up to the Steel Challenge. And since we moved to Florida, we decided to go full bore and all in and have the 2012 Briley West Coast Steel Championship. Basically, we're using all the same courses of fire, and we're getting the same shooters. We have 70 sponsors from the industry who have generously provided $75,000 in cash and prizes. So they believe in what we're doing. We're very fortunate, and we want to make sure that we continue the tradition and the legacy that was established by Mike Dalton and Mike Fishman.
And how is it better? Tell me.
How's it better? Well, basically...
Aside from you being here.
Aside from me being here. Thanks, Molly. I love this match and this sport more than anything, and I dedicate myself to making sure that I do what, in my vision, is the right thing, and hopefully all the rest of the shooters in the industry agree on that. And with the guidance of Mike Dalton, who knows more about putting on a steel match or promoting a shooting match than anybody else, we hopefully have the right combination. The sponsors, the industry, have just absolutely taken a shine to us, love what we're doing, love our mission, love what we're trying to do. We have done something that no other match has done before. The West Coast Steel Championships is our sponsors are not only sponsors, they're our business partners. We have to do things to promote their products.
We'll be right back with more from beautiful Piru, California. Welcome back to the Briley West Coast Steel Championship. Tell me about your gun, though. It's pretty interesting looking. Why do you have the long barrel?
I saw it in a catalog and I thought it was cool looking, you know. Then I found out it was really slow, so I could move it around fast enough, so I started just grabbing hold of the barrel and yanking it back and forth, trying to make up for the length of it, and then, you know, it's fun.
Well, you seem to be a pretty experienced RO. Can you explain to me how you would use the timer and how the timers work?
Well, the timer works off of two things. It works off percussion, okay, such as when I tap the timer, it will actually change time, and it also works off sound. In the case of 22, such as Elise was shooting, it operates simply on time.
Wow, okay, so basically with every shot that goes off, it records the time, and then at the final shot, you just keep that time.
Correct. When I restart the time, I don't have to reset anything. It automatically starts itself.
Okay.
Okay, the difference between what they're using now, the new technology, is this is some of the older technology, which are still using because they're able to actually hardwire the stop plates if they do have an event to the stop plate by actually running a wire from the start box out to the plate. In the old days, they were using actual stopwatches. They'd give the commands, "Are you ready? Stand by," and then as soon as the competitors started the run, that's when the match range officer would start the time. So it wasn't quite as accurate. In fact, it wasn't anywhere near as accurate as this.
Now I'm here with a not-so-mediocre shot, Casey. So, tell me how you got involved with shooting to begin with.
Basically, my father got me into shooting.
Where has this taken you in competition?
It's taken me everywhere. It's taken me all over the world. I've shot for the Army. I currently shoot for Glock now. It's my profession. It's what I love to do, and I'm happy to wake up every morning and go into work.
And where do you plan on going with this?
Sky's the limit. I want to take this gun to a new level. I want people to realize that they don't have to spend thousands of dollars to run an open gun. They can spend, you know, the fraction of what they spend on what they usually do for a USPSA competition gun. So it's definitely a new stepping stone for everybody.
He's also a pretty fast shooter.
I'm okay.
Yeah, he only set the record on this stage, so that kind of says a lot about someone.
Absolutely.
Now I'm here with Mike Setting, and he's played a major role in getting a lot of juniors involved in the sport. Can you tell me about how that started for you?
Oh my goodness, it's a long story, but the short one is my sponsors asked me to do a shooting outdoor fair for children. And so we got started with it. We had 1,800 kids show up.
Wow.
Yeah, it just totally overwhelmed us. It was ridiculous. And then what happened is afterwards, a lot of the parents wanted to know where their kids could go to get more training and more shooting in, and there wasn't any place to send them. So I got a little miffed because all these shooting sports out there, and there was nothing dedicated to juniors. So I went back to the same sponsors that got me started, and I said, okay, put up or shut up. And they all did. Every one of them came to the party. They get ammunition, guns, whatever we needed. We had a couple of different range facilities, this being one of them, that offered up their facility for our use. So we just started a little grassroots shooting academy for juniors, and now it's just gone crazy. It's just huge now. These are last year's team shirts. Our new shirts aren't done yet. We were pushing.
I know how that goes.
Yeah, we were pushing hard, but they didn't get in, so we're still shooting last year's shirts. But we'll have new shirts next year. They'll still be blue. Whenever you see a kid in blue, is a good chance it's either the Smith & Wesson team, which you should know something about, or the U.S. Juniors Academy. But it's all one big family.
So I think that Mike here has a pretty good idea of how some other juniors could get more involved in the sport. Isn't that right?
Sure, absolutely. For anybody who's really interested, you got young ones who want to get involved. Junior Shooters Magazine is a great supporter of the youth in our whole country, and they've been an awesome sponsor of our academy. And you can get information on all the different types of shooting sports that juniors are involved in on a day-to-day basis just by looking at the magazine.
Look at that. Great.
Awesome.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We'll be right back with more from beautiful Piru, California. Welcome back. We're at the Briley West Coast Steel Championship in Piru, California.
I did okay. Got a little.
That's good.
Had one really good one and one or two with a couple pickups. Never fails. As soon as I have a good run, I think I can do it again, and I usually miss a plate or two from there.
Now I'm here with John Begakis, a very good Smith & Wesson shooter, and he's been one of the first people I've seen so far today to be shooting a .22 rifle. This is something totally new for this type of match. Normally, they don't allow rimfire rifles in. So, how do you feel about that to begin with?
I like the rifle. I shoot the rifle really well. For whatever reason, it's about the only gun I shoot with a red dot really well. Maybe because I don't have to find the dot. It's, you know, it's a cheap weld thing. So I enjoy it. I like shooting steel with the .22. Little tactical solutions, barrel, action, all that good stuff. Loop-holed red dot. I still got my Hogue sticker on there. You know, got the Hogue butt pad on it. But great little rifle, a lot of fun to shoot, cheap to shoot, and you can go pretty fast.
Would you have any suggestions for people wanting to become faster with their rifle?
Yeah, it's kind of like anything. A little bit of dry fire practice. Make sure you got an empty gun, and probably with the steel stuff, the biggest thing would be getting your presentation to your first target, practicing getting that gun up to the first target, and then work on your transitions. That's probably the best advice I could give, and not do like me and go faster than you're able.
And what's been your favorite stage of shooting Steel Challenge?
You know, we just shot Roundabout, and I like that one when I shoot it well, and I shot it okay, so I'm pretty happy with that.
Now, Roundabout is a stage that's so simple, you can't really win the match on it, but you can definitely lose it. It's a really, really fast stage, but you have to be able to slow down and actually hit the targets to get a time at all.
Usually my favorite stage is the one I've done best on. Most of them I don't do real well on, so I don't tend to have a favorite one.
Keep in mind that doing well for John Begakis is very relative to who he is.
Me and Steel don't get along that well.
Oh, you can see that JJ in 2008 did fairly well on this stage, setting the world record with 2.02 seconds for an average run. That's kind of crazy. Well, what would be your strategy for Roundabout?
Roundabout's one of those ones that'll suck you in. If you go because the plates are somewhat close, you think you can go faster than you're able, kind of deal. So it's more or less throttling back to as fast as you're able, and it's one of those things easy to say, hard to do. But every now and then I get it right. So.
Now I'm here with Neil Hogue. Can you tell me a little bit about your rig?
Sure. Well, this is my revolver I just got going this year. Obviously got a Hogue grip on there, customized. It's a 627 Smith & Wesson 38 Super. Got the red dot on there, custom-built barrel. I did the gunsmithing work myself, built the barrel. We've got over on this side, we've got our cylinder release that we produce as well, and our Hogue holster.
Now I'm here with Flor Yang, one of the best female shooters I have ever seen. So I understand that you've taken a little bit of a break. Can you tell me, and this is your first match now, so can you tell me a little bit about how you're doing so far today?
I'm doing okay, a little bit shaky at the beginning. First stage, I got really nervous, and so I can actually feel, you know. But this is still challenging, so it's gonna be a high pressure match anyway. So, but I'm just kind of trying to take it easy and enjoying the match.
Tell me a little bit about your gun. What sort of modifications do you have on it?
Yeah, this is a Glock built by Glock Works, and this is based on a Glock 17 model 9mm. This is the feather light cut, so I have the slide cut to lighten the weight, and I have porting in the front. This is a KKM barrel, porting in the front, and then of course a optical side, Trijicon optics on top of the slide to make it into an open gun. And I choose to use porting instead of comp to make it shorter, so it's easier to swing from target to target. So this is specifically built for a steel match like this.
Excellent. And has it been doing you good so far?
Oh, yeah.
Good. Can you explain the difference between Glock Work and Glock?
Oh, Glock Works is they do gunsmithing on the Glock platform, and Glock is the manufacturer. Glock Works, they also go by ZEF technology, so they also manufacture like trigger modifications, and they sell the parts for all the modification if you want to do some dropping gunsmithing at home.
We'll be right back with more from beautiful Piru, California. Welcome back to American Trigger Sports TV. Now I'm here with Ashley. So tell me, how long have you been shooting and how old are you?
I'm 17 now. I've been shooting since I think I was about 7.
Wow. So has this been a pretty big part of your life growing up?
Well, at first it was just coming here to mess around, play in the dirt. I never really paid attention. This became very serious in my life about 2 to 3 years ago.
Wow. And how has Tactical Solutions helped you?
They've helped me immensely. They're always there for me. Whenever I need something, I just call Chet up and he's shipping it to me.
Yeah, he's such a sweet guy too.
He is. He's wonderful.
People like myself, they've got our vote, the NRA, you know, we're longtime NRA members, but it's the new shooters that we have to worry about. So we're very involved with junior shooters, both women, girls and boys shooting. That's where a lot of our prizes go to, and also women. Our belief is that if we can get the kids, we'll probably have a good chance of getting the parents, or if we can get the mother, we'll have a pretty good chance of getting the kids too. So it's worked out very well. We will maintain that. That's just one of the things that we have down as one of our tenets of the company.
And what would you say to other juniors or other women wanting to get out there and give this a try?
Juniors need to come out. You guys are the future of this sport. It's one of the greatest sports. It teaches you so much. It teaches you responsibility. It's just the best sport you can honestly join. And for women, well, we are women. We're powerful. We need to get out here anyways. We need to show these boys up.
Well, what's your name?
My name is Liz.
Nice to meet you, Liz.
You too.
And we just saw you shoot Outer Limits. And how do you feel you did on it?
I felt I did okay in the first couple ones, but the last one not so well.
Well, you know, you could say that's good because you're trying to push yourself on the last one, you know?
That is true.
You had 3 solid strings, and that's pretty good. Now, I noticed that you were shooting the far targets first. Why is that?
What I thought on the far targets is that they were bigger, and it was easier to go to those first. So I went to that, and then came back up, and then to move over.
Well, good morning, Molly. How are you?
Good morning, John. I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm great. Having a good day here in Piru. How about you?
Same, all like always.
Nice.
So how did you just do on this last stage?
I did okay. I had one slow run, and I can survive that. I think it might have cost me maybe a half a second. That's okay. I'm good with that. The rest of the runs were all clean, and I haven't cut myself out of the hunt.
And you get to throw away that last one, don't you?
I get to throw it away. I get to throw away the bad one. That's one nice thing about shooting the Steel Challenge. You can toss that bad one.
Now, is this the only gun you're shooting, or?
No, I'm going to shoot this gun for, I got 2 more stages, and then I'm off to the handgun.
And can you tell me about that gun?
Sure, I've got it here. I've got my Ruger. I'm shooting the Mark III. That's all got all the Ulchin trick stuff on it, and then we're going to be, hopefully, in another hour or so, heating that one up.
So do you only shoot 22s?
No, I usually shoot Rimfire. I'm sorry, not Rimfire, but Centerfire. But I've been enjoying shooting the 22s so much that I just brought 2 guns.
Wow, that's great then. And what's been your favorite stage so far?
They're all my favorite.
I like that answer. And will you be back next year?
Absolutely.
Okay, well, I look forward to seeing you. Good luck for the rest of your match, John.
Thank you very much.
Is it just as much fun to be a spectator?
Oh, sure it is. Yeah, because you understand the sport, and by understanding the sport, you can watch people, what they do, and the different guns that are used, and different techniques on the draw, or doing it as a ready position. You get different techniques with that. Different guns that are used. It's always interesting to see what's being used out there by the public. And especially, we'd love to see younger people like yourself, who is a shooter, that like to come out and shoot. And this is what's going to keep the sport alive, is young people. And we hope that it's carried on when I'm over the hill and gone. So I'm sure it will be if people like you just keep getting out here and broadcasting and telling the world what it's all about.
Yeah, I'm going to try.
It's just not for the bad things. It's for the sport of shooting. And I've shot myself since I was about 10 years old, I think, when I got my first firearm, and I had a collection of a heck of a lot more than that in my lifetime. So it's always been fun, and never misused a firearm yet, so, and I don't intend to.
That's a good record you have there.
Absolutely.
Hopefully many people will follow that record as well.
And I think more people should follow the sport because that's exactly what it is. It's not just for self-defense purposes, it's for use as family and friends alike, as a camaraderie for a better way of life for everybody.
Now we're here with April, and she has been shooting for a while. Tell me about that. How long have you been shooting?
About a year and a half now.
Wow, and how do you think you're doing compared to other shooters?
I think I'm doing pretty good. We all say it's in the blood because I'm Mike Dalton's granddaughter, so it just rolls through.
You know, I'd believe it. I would definitely believe that. And has your grandpa been with you a lot through this and really helping you with different kinds of shooting?
Yeah, he's helped me through it the entire way. I've had the range keeper, Sonia, help me. She's been running me throughout the entire match. It's just been great.
Wow. Yeah, I bet you do. And how much do you practice for this match?
Well, lately I've been in school, so I come out the first Saturday of every month to shoot the match. I don't have much practice, but this week I practice Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday to get ready for it.
And have you had a favorite stage so far?
Roundabout would have to be my favorite stage. Roundabout and Showdown, or not Showdown, Smoke and Hope.
Yeah, those two fast stages. Yeah.
Those are the two fun ones.
Well, the match is coming to a close, and this has been fantastic. But you know what makes it even better? This prize table behind me. It's a random prize table, meaning that anyone can get a prize, and anyone can get a good prize, no matter how they finish. So for all you new shooters out there, people wanting to get involved, or families, this is a great place to start, because you're not going to leave empty-handed. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.